Okay, we're out again on another Saturday morning adventure. It is the long weekend, so the traffic heading up to the mountains today was quite hectic. So we've come up for a not so known walk here at Woodford called the Transit of Venus Walk. I don't think too many people. Here we go, got a few people coming along. So we've got 3 waterfalls today. Mabel Falls, Edith Falls and Hazel Falls. Very good. We're the only ones here. Yeah, matey.
Hi, how you going?
Not too bad. Anyone else on the track down there?
Just one person.
Yeah, that's it?
Just there.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good. Alright, enjoy your day. Thank you. Alright. Let's head along. Jules has already taken off like she always does. Oh yeah. Now this Transit of Venus walk apparently is one of the oldest walks up here in the Blue Mountains. People have been bathing down at these waterfalls since the early 1800s. And the reason why it's called the Transit of Venus Walk is back in, I don't know the exact date, but mid-1800s. This is where there was a fantastic vantage point where people watched Venus pass the sun, if I'm getting that correct. I'm not quite sure. I think that's what I read online, so that's why this is named the Transit of Venus Walk. So the first fall we're coming to is Mabel Falls. So all up it'll probably take us 3 or 4 hours to do this complete loop and come back to where the car's parked. We've got a crossroad here. Where are we going? Left or right, you reckon?
Left.
You're choosing left, I'm choosing right. Who's going to be the correct one?
Me.
Can you see anything down that way?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Alright. 1 up for you today. What does the sign say? The sign says Transit of Venus to Mabel, Edith and Hazel Falls. I can't believe that this is not, you really have to look for it on Google.
This is a very strange setup here. What are we keeping in and out?
Motorbikes.
Oh.
Or cars.
Oh, okay.
Maybe at one point in time people were using this track to...
Oh, it's a full-on fence.
Yeah, full on fence, isn't it? Like Alcatraz.
I don't know that I'd compare it to Alcatraz.
Okay, it looks like we are on the correct track. 3 falls to take in. If anyone's looking to do this walk, there are 3 entry points. There's a street up here called Clearview Avenue. You can start the walk from there. Mountain View Avenue, you can also start the walk from there. But if you want to do the walk from the Transit of Venus, that one is, what was the street that we came down? Woodbury?
Yes.
Woodbury. If anyone's looking to do this walk with kids, I'd say it'd be quite easy, because when I was looking online, a lot of the school kids come up here. They were actually checking off things, what they need to take, water bottles and sunscreen and whatever else. So if you've got kids, I think this bushwalk would be perfect for you. I've been walking for about 10 minutes and it's starting to descend down now. We are the only ones on the Transit of Venus track. And fingers crossed, they've had some rain up here this week, because we're not sure if there's going to be any water flow at these 3 waterfalls. Jules has stopped down here for some reason. Have you taken a break?
Yeah.
Oh. So we've got Mabel Falls. That wasn't very far at all. So I gather these are the falls, Edith and Hazel Falls, where most of the journey's going to take. We have to go back and...
So I gather we go...
Yeah, we'll go to Mabel Falls first. It's only 275 metres down. And you got 1.1 kilometres to Edith, 1.78. So return 3 kilometres odd back. We're the only ones on here. No one else. Cicada shell. Yeah, we heard them when we parked the car, didn't we? Yeah, down the bottom here.
Well, look at that tree.
I know. Spectacular. Yeah, it's the cicada season, alright.
Look at that, look how the different... It's
Yeah.
like it's breaking out or something or other.
It's shedding. It's an old tree.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we can't hear a lot of water. It's only 275 metres down here, and I can't hear any water whatsoever. I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to find any flow from the top of the falls, depending on how big they are. So all three are stated to be waterfalls and not cascades. So. Can you hear anything? As in water? I can't even hear like a stream or anything. Looks like today's just going to be a bushwalk. I can hear something. Where was the ones that we had to look out for the glowworms? Do you remember what? No, it wasn't. It was either Edith or Hazel. Mabel didn't have anything. It just said listen out for the frogs. Oh yeah, you can hear the frogs, can you? That's exactly what the map said too. Yeah, listen out for the frogs, it said. Be careful. You nearly went in, baby. Oh, it's muddy. Very rainforesty down here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's funny how it just changed in an instant.
There's a little bit of water trickling from Mabel Falls, but not a hell of a lot. You're going to have to, considering this is not too far from your place, I think this will be a fall we'll do again.
That's beautiful, look at that.
It is a beautiful spot.
I like that. That would be beautiful for wedding photos.
It's not too far from the actual road where we actually parked. Can we cross the creek? Yeah, we can get right on the little sand just below it if you want. It's going to be cold.
Yeah, isn't it funny? The temperature just dropped.
It's dropped tremendously. So we've got a little, they talk about these were very deep at one stage, but they're really shallow for some reason now. So I gather with all the debris and the rocks that have fallen in and sediment. So you can see all the sediment on the bottom. Which you can get right up underneath it. So this is the first of the 3 falls, known as Mabel Falls. It wouldn't really, even in heavy rainflow, I think it'll just come off here. You reckon it comes off all the way along here? It does seem pretty bad. Awesome little cave under here. Maybe this was the one with the glowworms. I'm sure it was Edith though.
You would never know. And it's come back in the dark, is it?
Yeah, it's not dark enough to know. But again, if you needed shelter of a night time, you could set up pretty well under there. What a beautiful area. Very secluded, isn't it? Let me try to get up on those rocks over there. You reckon they'll be slippery? So there's the creek that goes down, possibly down to those other falls, I'd say.
I'd love to create something like this in my backyard.
It's beautiful. The only thing that lets it down is all the stuff that has snapped off and has just fallen into the watering hole. You know, you can imagine back in the 1800s, as I said, this place was used for bathing and one of the oldest walks up here. You can imagine how pristine it would have been back then. There's a lot of debris in here. It's a bit like where I live. There's a little area called Mermaid Pool, and a lot of people used to use it back in the day, and it's now got a lot of sediment and stuff in it. They've done a lot of bush regen on it, trying to bring it back to its former glory, but it does, you know, if you look at some of the pictures and how many people used to use it back in the day, really beautiful compared to now. Alright, we'll head back out. See you later, Julesy. We've taken one of these side tracks from Mabel Falls. We haven't gone back up to the sign of where it says Edith or Hazel. I can hear voices down here. What's it? What's down there? Oh, the doggy. What did you think it was, a Black Panther? Hello, puppy. Where does that track go to? Does it lead back onto the track for Edith and Hazel Falls, or?
If you go that way, it does, yeah.
It does, okay.
There's a loop here. It goes. Have you been up to?
Yeah.
Mabel?
Oh, sorry, Mabel. Edith and Hazel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, there's a few.
old lady names there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go this way, it'll
Take you back on.
lead you on. Yeah.
Okay. Pity there's not a lot of water in the creek.
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of rainfall up here or not?
Not a huge amount.
No,
Sorry,
he
dog's
lo-
wet.
no, that's all right.
A lot of
He
rain.
loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Awesome.
No, we haven't had much actually the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, enjoy your day.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. See ya. Did a dog jump in there, did it?
Yeah.
What were you scared of? Did you think it was a Black Panther?
Well, I just come in here and I looked out and
Yeah.
there's this dog looking straight at me.
Oh, really? You
on
didn't
the
know
top
what?
there, and I'm like, oh, shit, is this friendly or isn't it?
Yeah, no. You didn't. What, the owner wasn't behind him?
No.
No. Okay. This would be roaring down through here.
Try to walk back towards you.
How nice it looks down through there. Yeah, unfortunately, if this creek leads down to the others like that gentleman said, all three are not going to have much water in them at all. So today's just going to be one of those nice slow bushwalks. This has been cut right here. It fell across the pathway. Someone's taken a chainsaw down here and cut one big piece out of it. That's come from up there, fallen right across down through there. My alarm's going off. See if anyone can pick what that alarm's from. What movie? I've been using this ringtone or alarm tone for a good 20 years now. So thank you to that gentleman who actually told us that this path leads us back onto the Venus, Transit of Venus track. And he was correct in saying that, because we're back down to a sign here. So I've just done a loop from Mabel Falls to another sign. Edith Falls, only 10 minutes. Huh? Straight through. Straight across.
That one looks more main.
No, this takes us back to the main, where we have to go with the car. This, I'm sure, up this way, remember I told you there was 3 other streets that you can enter this track from, so this must be Mountain View up here. And once we get to Hazel, there's another Clearview Avenue that you can hit Hazel Falls from there. So depending on which fall you wanted to do first, if you know one fall is better than the other, if say if Hazel Falls is the premier fall out of the 3, you'd park your car in Clearview Avenue and you'd do that, and then you'd walk and do Hazel first, then Edith and Mabel. If you wanted to start the Transit of Venus walk, you'd park in Woodbury Avenue or Street, where we parked with the car, and start the walk from there. Really easy circuit. But unfortunately, like we keep on saying, not a lot of water flow. So this will be one that will be good to come back to. Then I can compare the videos and the pictures and look at how dry it was in October 2020 and what it looks like. Actually, I can hear a little bit of water flow down here. Oh, we're here already. Edith Falls. One drop down. This one seems to have a little bit more running water than the last one we had a look at. Why would they put this fence here for? Surely you can't be that stupid to fall off the edge. They're not even near the edge. You don't need a fence. They ruin it. You ruin. Yeah, I shall be watching the Rio. Yeah, well, I told you there was a lot of streets that you can enter this from. So. But they ruin it with that fence. They should just leave it as natural as possible. Oh yeah, here we go. What's this sign say? So this must come in from Mountain View Avenue. That would be my guess. That track down there would lead to Mountain View Avenue. And once we get to Hazel Falls, there'll be Clearview Avenue. Jeez, there's a lot of Rio sticking up. You want to be careful. Watch where you're walking here, kids. The wood's worn away and the Rio's come up. That'll go straight through my thumb. How to get across without walking in the mud? You got to go over here, baby. Can you hear voices, or is that the? Wow, this one's not going to be easy. Make sure you hang on down here. This is going to be hard. Filming with one hand and. Hang on, let me try to get you, just in case you fall. Stop filming me and you come on down. It's very sloshy down here. Let me check these branches for you. They're quite safe. Yeah, stick on your right.
Like downhill skiing.
Skiing, yeah. Hang on to this one and put your foot over here. Okay? I wouldn't come down here. You want to come down here?
I'm there now.
You got it? You got it? Once again, this would be all underwater where I'm standing. You've got a nice ball down here. Some little doggy's left his ball down. That's a beautiful fall, this one. Which one was this? Edith? That's awesome. Look at the little rock shelves. Little cascading waterfall. I should be able to get right up on there. Huh? What was that? What did you say? I'm going to try to get up there. How slippery you reckon it is? You reckon it's slippery? Oh! Oh, very slippery here. Very slippery. Now this is where accidents happen. I truly believe these rocks purposely grow moss because they don't like you walking on them. Not to come up here. But we're here now. Look at the hole. That's at the top of that fall there. This would be beautiful. Where you're standing now, all underwater. We need some heavy rainflow. It actually comes down through a hole. Can you see the hole up there, Jill? It doesn't look like it comes up over the ridge there. It comes through a hole that's worn and it falls through. Looks like a drain pipe. Let's see if I can get up there and get a picture. Can I get up one more, you think? Looks very much clay up here. Oh yeah, it's slippery here. It's like slate rock. I'm getting very wet. Just think, people, these falls have been used since the early 1800s by Europeans. This is where they came to bathe back in the day. We are walking amongst ghosts. We've got a couple other sites there. Alright, let's head down. Just walking along the track here to Hazel Falls. We can hear some sort of bird in the distance. It's stopped now, it's probably seen us. But it had a very distinct sound. Yeah, be careful of the holes, you know. That bird spotted us and it stopped. Can't get him to start up again. Can you see any signs, Jules? Been walking on this track after visiting Edith Falls trying to find Hazel, and we are definitely on the right track. Now if we continue on this track up through the left here, up through there, that will take us to Mountain View Avenue. I think it heads up this way and up there. But we do have a sign here saying Hazel Falls, 30 metres, 5 minutes away. This reminds me a little bit of that Hazel Brook Circuit, Glowworm Nook Falls. 5 minutes away? Are they serious? Is this the falls or not? What? What? That's one of the best. 5 minutes away and we're right on it. It's taken us 30 seconds. That's one of the best signs I've seen for crap.
Tanya just replied.
Did she? What'd she say? Now this is nice, these falls. See if I can get down there without slipping. Better if we head straight down here. Ooh, spider web here. Is she giggling? You know what you say to her? Say to her, we've been trying to get you out 6 months to do a bushwalk with us, Tan, yet your grandfather is out here with us. Look how dry it is down here. Okay, so this is the creek that must lead down to Edith Falls. So Edith was, when it comes to water flow, the best out of the three. Then you would say Mabel and Hazel comes in a close third. But this one would probably be the most spectacular one out of the three, looking at that drop. What's that? That's probably about a 30 metre, 40 metre drop. Tan's grandfather was right. This is probably the best looks wise out of the three. Very rainforesty. Look how high that is up there. Let me see if I can get up here. Be careful. Where are we, Gilesy? What falls? Gertrude Falls. Yeah, that gentleman that we passed mentioned to us these all three falls seem to be named after mature women. Mabel, Edith and Hazel. What was that? Yeah, no. But they do sound like very nana names, don't they? Names that are not used much these days anymore. I don't know. Do you know of any Mabel, Edith or Hazel? Oh no, Hazel. Hazel Hawk. That's about it. Hang on there. Let me just head up here, see what's up here, and then we'll make our way back. It's been a nice little stroll today, but unfortunately not the Not the water flow that we've had in the past 6 months. Empress Falls was the best. You got a track up here too, Jules. Wonder where this one goes to. Ugh, I'm in mud. Julesy, get a picture. I'm going to head down over this way and then come down to where you are. Okay, we're at the top of this cliff here, me and Jules, underneath this overhang. And just in the distance here, I don't know if you can see it between the two trees, but there's a little bird sunning itself. I have no idea what kind of bird it is. Now take the thongs off. I'm going to see how close I can get to it. That is if it is a bird. Could be a wampu pigeon. Yeah, it's some sort of pigeon. I can hear it just go. Beautiful. It's like a brown pigeon or something. Another one. Male and female. Sorry to disturb you guys sunning yourself, but it's not often that we get this close. The other one, they're right in the sun. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Can you see him, Jules? Geez, they've got a beautiful territory here, don't they? They were just in that little pond there and probably had a bath. The two little pigeons, wampu pigeons or brown pigeons, feel very comfortable with us as we were sitting on this rock here where I'm standing, and they were pooing on us. They're up there grooming themselves. I don't know if you can see them. They're pair, male and female. What a gorgeous spot they have to live in. Absolutely beautiful. I have to try to catch up Jules. She's taken off once again. Which way did you come up, Jules? Straight up through here. There's a front-on view. Just grooming themselves. Not a care in the world. Julie. Just come back up from Hazel Falls to this sign here saying Transit of Venus Track, and it's an hour return, so 30 minutes to Mabel Falls, and then from Mabel Falls back to where we parked the car, probably another 15 minutes. So we've got 45 minutes walk back to where we parked the car, and that is it. Not the most spectacular walk we have been on, but considering it's going to be a 30 plus day today, you don't want to be doing some of those walks in this degree temperature, otherwise they're not going to be too fun. You'll be sweating all the way through. I'm going to go in front of you? Huh? I'll go in front of you. Two tags? Where'd you get the two tags pants from? Very stylish. Have you?
I've worn them a few times too. I've got blue ones as well.
On the Explorers? I've never seen you wear them on the Explorers. These thongs are held up pretty good today, considering they were breaking the first little section of the track. Ah, no thanks. I'll wait till we go into Woodford, see if we can find some sort of establishment to eat at. Are you getting hungry? I think by the time we get back to the car we will be. Yeah, get that hair up. You look good with your hair up, actually. Geez, a lot of mosquitoes. They're not biting, but there's a lot. Inspire. Hi. Just on this track. And we're lucky this has only been a short little adventure today because the temperature is really scorching. Back to the sign of Edith Falls, which is down there. And now we're heading towards Mabel. Now I chose this little circuit on purpose because after seeing the weather report through the week, it did say it's going to get up over 30 degrees up here in the mountains. So the window of winter is pretty much gone, and I'm very much a winter man. Don't like doing any of these walks in summer. A lot of people do, but I love it cold, with mist, with heavy rainflow, plenty of water. But I'm not a real fan of doing these walks in hot weather. Still getting the bugs? I'm still getting them as well. Yeah, we're not going to turn right where that guy had the black dog. We're just going to go straight along this track this time. We don't have to actually go past Mabel Falls. See if it takes us out to anywhere else. We have made it up to the big gate here that has been locked off for many a year. We're very close to the car now. And it must be pushing up over 30 degrees. It's very, very hot. Glad we took this walk early in the morning. Haven't seen a lot of people. I don't know where that track goes to. This one takes us back to the car. Just refresh your phone and see if it says how hot it is in Woodford. Should come up on your main screen. Oh, no data? Alright. Left. Right. Left. Left, Jilly. Plenty of cicadas around here. We didn't hear many down the bottom where the falls were, but at the start of the Transit of Venus walk, plenty of cicadas around this area. The sound of summer. And we have arrived at the starting point. See if Jules has got any data up here. We'll find out what the temperature is on this long weekend. You got any data, Jules? No. Still no data? An hour 30 return. I think we took a little bit longer than an hour 30. Spent some time at each fall. Welcome to Woodford Water Supply Catchment. Okay, so here gives you a map. That's the kind of map that I've seen online. We came in through Woodbury Street. You got Mount View Parade, Clearview Parade, and you can start at Hazel Falls and work backwards, or you can start from here and work from the start. It's known as the Transit of Venus track. So. Well, that's a wrap. Adios from Woodford. What was that?
26 degrees.
26, a lot hotter than 26. I suppose because we've been walking.